All right, let's just get right into it. Traveling with your child when you're in a high-conflict co-parenting situation, wow, it can feel like you're walking through a minefield, right? So today, we're going to break down a really clear, actionable system to help you navigate all that. The goal here is to do it safely, cut down on the conflict, and most importantly, protect what really matters, your kids' well-being and, honestly, your own peace of mind.
And this slide, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? On one hand, travel should be about adventure, connection, making those amazing memories. That's the dream. But for so many co-parents, the reality is, well, it's the other side of this slide. It's anxiety. It's worrying about accusations. It's every single trip turning into an exercise in collecting evidence.
But here's the thing. It absolutely does not have to be that way. That's what this is all about. We're going to give you a system, a kind of two-layered shield, that's really designed to change that whole dynamic. The idea is to turn those super stressful trips back into what they were always supposed to be, actual adventures.
So, where do we even begin? Well, you might think it starts with legal documents or, carefully worded emails, but actually it starts with the child. The very first layer of this shield we're building is internal. It's all about empowering your kid with the right safety skills, tailored specifically for their age.
And what's so critical to understand here is that safety skills are not one size fits all. You can't just have one set of rules. For a little one, say 3 to 6 years old, the main thing is basic ID and just staying put. But for a teenager, we're talking digital privacy and handling peer pressure. You've got to tailor the tools to the child's developmental stage. That's the key.
Okay, let's talk about the little ones, the 3 to 6-year-olds. If you teach them just one thing, one single thing for travel, please make it this. It's so simple, it's concrete, you can practice it anywhere, the mall, the grocery store. If you can't see your grown-up, you stop walking. That one rule, man, it can prevent so much panic for everyone.
And of course, we build on that foundation. You add in other skills, like how to spot a safe adult, someone in a uniform or maybe someone behind a hotel desk. And you practice them saying their full name and your full name out loud. These are the absolute basic building blocks of safety for the little guys.
All right, let's fast forward a bit to those middle school years. The dangers are totally different now, right? So the skills have to change too. Now we're talking about digital safety. And this is a big one. This simple rule, you can share your trip but post pictures after we've left a place, not while we're still there, is an absolute game changer for their online privacy.
And it's not just about physical safety for this age group. It's also about emotional safety. Giving them a simple script like, I don't want to talk about that, is so incredibly empowering. It's for when, another adult tries to ask probing questions or put them in the middle of a conflict. You combine that with a clear emergency plan, who to call, where to go, and you're really giving them control over their own safety.
Okay, so once your child has that inner shield of skills, it's time for us to build the outer shield. This is the tangible stuff. This is the part you, the parent, put together. All the documents and items you need to make sure the trip goes as smoothly as humanly possible. First up, let's talk about what's in the child's own personal travel kit. It's simple stuff, but it's absolutely vital. We're talking about a laminated card with both parents' numbers on it, a copy of their insurance card, any medications they need with clear instructions. And yeah, a comfort item. Don't forget that. It's all about providing security, both the practical kind and the emotional kind.
And then there's your folder, the parent's document folder. Look, think of this as your defense against any potential logistical or legal nightmares. Seriously, having a copy of the court order, the kid's birth certificate, a signed medical consent form, having all that on hand can shut down a false accusation or clear up any confusion on the spot, instantly.
All right, now we're getting to the absolute core of your proactive defense, the paper trail. And I really want to be clear about this. This is not about looking for a fight. It's the exact opposite. It's about creating a factual record that's so clear, so simple, that it actually prevents fights from even starting.
So what exactly is a paper trail in this context? Let's just demystify it. It's just a factual, real-time record of events. That's it. Its whole purpose is defensive. It's there to prove you followed the plan, to clarify what really happened, and to protect your kid from getting stuck in the middle of a messy he said, she said argument.
Your paper trail starts big picture with what we'll call a trip record. Just think of it like the cover sheet for a report on each trip. It's where you put all the key details: who, what, where, when. It keeps everything organized, so if anyone ever needs to know, like an attorney or a judge, boom, you have a clean, high-level summary ready to go.
Okay, then we zoom in. We get down to the micro level with a daily travel log. And honestly, this is where the magic really happens. By logging key events, and I mean especially any contact with the other parent, using these specific fields, you're creating a totally objective narrative. And check out that child impact note field. That is so important because it keeps the focus right where it should be, on the child.
And this slide right here shows you exactly why that detail is everything. Look at the left. A normal, scheduled call. Child is happy, simple, done. But look at the right. A missed call. Without your log, what is that? It's your word against theirs. But with the log, it's a time-stamped fact. It's a direct quote from your child showing the emotional impact. Are they mad at me? And you've got a screenshot of the call log saved as evidence. That is just irrefutable.
Okay, so you've built the inner shield with your child, and you've built the outer shield with your documents. Now, how do you actually deploy them? Well, it all comes down to how you communicate. The goal is communication that deflects conflict, not communication that starts it.
Here is a perfect example of that in action. This is a template for a baseline travel notice, for when your plan says you just have to inform, not get consent. Just look at the tone. It's so factual. It's calm. It's proactive about setting up calls. What this email screams is, I am following the rules and I am prioritizing our child's connection with you. It leaves very little room for argument.
But what happens if you do everything right and you still get a hostile email back? Okay, this 3-step response is your playbook. It's your best defense. Step 1, acknowledge. You don't have to agree, just acknowledge. I understand you're uncomfortable. Step 2, ask for specifics. Can you please tell me exactly what the safety risk is? This forces them to move from emotion to facts. And step 3, reaffirm your commitment. I am committed to our child's safety and to following our court order. It is a total masterclass in de-escalation.
And why go through all this trouble? Because this whole system is designed to shut down the most common high-conflict tactics. Those false kidnapping accusations, your calm, factual travel notice and logs are your proof. The other parent withholding the passport to sabotage the trip, your written requests create a paper trail of obstruction. Worried about them coaching the child to fear the trip, your notes on what the child says and how they feel, that becomes your record. You see, it protects against everything. So let's wrap this all up. Why does this system, this idea of safe miles and paper trails, actually work? What makes it so effective? It's because it's all built on this really simple but incredibly powerful concept, your 2-layered shield.
Yep, the entire system really just boils down to one simple number, 2. That's it, 2 layers of protection working together. And here they are, one last time. Layer 1, proactive child safety. That's the inner shield you build with your child. And layer 2, a clear factual record. That's the outer shield you build for your child. One protects them in the moment, out in the world, while the other protects the trip itself, your parenting time, and let's be honest, everyone's long-term sanity.
So I want to leave you with this final thought. High-conflict co-parenting, it feels like a never-ending fight, doesn't it? But what if the best way to win the fight is to just stop fighting? What if you started documenting instead? By shifting your focus to calm, consistent, factual records, you're not just defending yourself, you're taking back control. You're creating the space for travel to finally become what it was always supposed to be in the first place, a time for adventure and connection.